Hello people, Gnmpolicemata here. So quite a long time ago I made a video on how to install the CAS OS to a TI-Nspire CX. However, that video used a method that had two limitations. One, you couldn't go above 3.1 with the CAS OS, or it wouldn't boot, at least as far as I've tried it. And two, calculators with hardware revision J or later couldn't even use it. Only earlier calculators like my own calculator that was a Model D would work. I had a second calculator, a Model T, that couldn't use that method. Now, I'm bringing you, at the request of a number of you viewers who reached out to me both in the comments of the previous video and through Twitter, I'm bringing you a video on installing the 4.4 CAS OS to your calculator, to your Nspire CX handheld, as long as it is hardware revision V or earlier. Earlier, older? Well, yes. So that's about it. So let's get to it. Before anything, safety first. So take your calculator and flip it over and check the serial number. If the last letter is V or less, in my case it is a T, so it comes before the V, you can use this tutorial. If you have a W calculator or anything after that, anything that comes after V, you are out of luck. You are going to have to use CAS, or if all you want is exact calculations, you can use the mexact library. That one doesn't require endless. I'm going to link both down below in the description. So yeah, make sure you have the right calculator. I shall not be held responsible for any breaks. So you're going to need the TI computer software. In my case, I'm going to use the computer link. You can use TILP or the computer teacher or student software. So just go to the tools and connect your handheld like you would to transfer files normally. So in my case, the TI-Nspire CX. And you're going to go and install the Nspire CX 4.4 operating system. You can find that in the CX 4.4 CAS pack that I'm going to link in the description. It includes all files you need for this tutorial. I'm hosting it myself, so you can expect it to be up for a very long time. Just let it install as normal. I'm going to link the TI-Nspire software, the computer link software, and TILP down below in case you need links to those. I've used TILP in the past, it worked fine, but well, since I've decided to record this video on a Windows machine, I went with the computer link software. I couldn't really be bothered installing the teacher software or the student software, even though I do have license for both. So just let it install, and that's about it for this step. Let's get to the next one. So next you want to back up everything you have. So I'm going to make a new directory on the pack directory. This is where you'll keep everything you have on a calculator. If you don't care about what is on your calculator, you can just skip this step, but I highly recommend you back up everything, as we are going to wipe it. So I'm just going to copy everything over, and that's about it for this step. So now you want to extract endless, which we're going to need. Just open up the zip file and extract it somewhere. In my case, I'm going to extract everything to the directories where the zips are. Just create an endless directory in your calculator, and let's go. I thought we could drag and drop, but apparently we can't, so I'm going to go and extract it manually. I actually didn't know that. I thought we could drag and drop. That was weird. Anyway, once you've extracted the files, just open up the place where you've extracted them, and you want to transfer over two files, the endless resources and the endless installer 4.4. So just transfer that over, and that's about it. On to the next step, actually activating endless. So grab your calculator and open up the documents. As you can see, the calculator is already running 4.4, so you can tell that, well, that went well. Anyway, open up the endless directory and open up the endless installer 4.4.0. Now you have to press Ctrl and W. Just press one and then press the other, and you should see that endless was properly installed. Now, don't reboot your calculator. You can turn off display, but make sure endless is loaded, because when you reboot, endless actually gets uninstalled. So now you're going to need Gnspire. I can't spell that or pronounce that anyway. So just open up the zip file. Once again, it is compressed, and drag the Gnspire to your calculator. It doesn't really matter where. Now go over to your calculator and you will need to use this tool. So now you're going to need Gnspire. I'm not sure if that is how you read it. That is how I read it anyway. So just open it up and select the option Relocate Boot D. Press 2, well in my case it says 2, and look at the boot D line. The number in the parentheses says 00C0. You want it to say 0080, so just move left and right until it says 0080. Then press Escape and select Relocate File S by pressing 6. What you want to do now is to make the extended partition say 0480. So just move it left and right until extended says 0480, not file S, extended. So the green one. And once you do that, just press Escape. And press Escape again to exit. And finally press Y to apply the changes that you've been, well, doing till now. Else it won't really do much. So once that is done, you want to actually, well, press any key. And you'll go back to the documents. Now you want to reset your calculator, so just restart it by taking a pencil or something sharp and pressing the reset switch. You should get an error stating that an operating system could not be found. If you got that error, then just go to the next step so we can make everything work again. Well, actually get an operating system onto this. So just plug it into the PC and that is it. What you need to do now is just install the TI-Nspire CX operating system again. So just connect it to the PC, select it, and upgrade the operating system to 4.4 like you did in the beginning. Well, if you didn't have 4.4 to begin with, anyway. So just drag it to the TI-Nspire and wait. Well, what else do you want to do? Shouldn't take too long, just a couple of minutes? It shouldn't get to that anyway. I am really bad with time estimations, so yeah, it shouldn't take much more. Even though I am looking at the progress bar. God. So it is almost done. Once the operating system installed, it should actually boot and function. So now you're going to want to install Endless again. So once again, make a folder on your TI-Nspire called Endless. And then proceed to copy both Endless resources from the Endless for OS 4.40 and the Endless installer for 4.4. Just copy that again to your calculator. So now you're going to need to copy a couple of files. So go over to the nboot directory and extract nboot. You're going to need the manuf.img.tns. So just extract it somewhere using 7-zip, WinRAR, WinZip, whatever, and extract ns-manager. I don't actually know what btmg stands for. But that's what you're going to need. So I'm going to call it btmg, whatever. And finally, extract ControlX. Now you want to open up the place where you extracted nboot and extract the manuf img tns to wherever. It doesn't need to be the root of the calculator, but I transferred it there anyway. Next, go over to ns-manager and transfer btmg. Now you're going to need ControlX and the boot2, so transfer of the boot2, which shouldn't be compressed. And now then the ControlX file. You're going to need controlx.img.tns. So just copy that and go to the calculator. So once you transfer the files, just go over to the calculator, and if you haven't already, boot up Endless. So Control W, then go over to the My Documents area and open up btmg. All you need to do is to open it up, and once the menu shows up, just press escape to exit, because all you need to do right now is set the file associations. With this, you'll now be able to go over to the image files and open them directly. Just press enter on manuf.img and btmg should open. Now you want to go over to the manuf area by pressing 4. And following that, you will want to flash it by pressing 2. Once it does that, you can exit by pressing escape twice. And now you should go over to the boot2, the TI-Nspire CX boot2. Just open that up. Once again, btmg will open. And this time you will pick the extended partition, so ext area. It's the 6. Just open that up. And now you'll need to flash it. Once again, press 2. Finally, press escape twice and go over to the last image, which is ControlX. Open up ControlX, and this time you will want to select the diag partition, so press 3. Now you will want to flash it, so select Flash, 2. And now you will need to press Enter to actually select the first position. Once you do this, ControlX will be flashed. Now press 0 to go back to the menu. Now you want to go to the boot the area. Just press 5 and you should go to the boot the area, and after that you should see boot equals boot 2. If it says boot equals diag, just leave it like that and exit, skip this step. If it says boot equals boot 2, just press 8 to switch it, and it should switch to boot equals diags. After you do that, you can simply exit by pressing 0 to go back to the menu and 0 to go back to the operating system. Now you want to reset, and if you see a screen like this, then it means that ControlX worked. I'm just going to load up the operating system to show you that it actually boots. Frankly, I don't quite like its looks as much as I like the black screen, but oh well. I suppose there might be a way to change it, even if manually. So I'm just booting it, but what you want to do next is hold Control and press the reset switch. Well, as you see, it's taking a bit. You don't need to worry about that. Well, it boots, but just press the reset switch while holding Control, and you should see this. Now, there's one thing. You will want to press Control and a key. However, if you do it like you do it on the regular system, by pressing Control and then the key, this will happen. As you see, I didn't notice that at first. Well, I did, but then I forgot twice in a row. So yeah, you just hold Control while resetting to go back to that menu, and you want to hold both Control and the keys that I'm about to tell you. As you see, I got it wrong again. It's not hard, I'm just stupid. So I'm resetting for the third time while holding Control, and now hold Control and press 0. Don't stop holding Control. Next, you want to, while holding Control, press 5 and press 8. So 5 and next 8. Don't forget, you have to still hold Control. If you don't, it won't work properly. So, as you see, I have the 5 and next the 8. There we go. I was a bit confused because I couldn't look at the keys and I kept missing keys, but ignore that. You will want to exit and it will restart. Again, you can exit by pressing 0. So it should say loading operating system, and then it should say operating system not found. It might take a little bit to actually say that, but well, that's what it is going to say. There we go, operating system not found, install OS now. So plug it into the PC, and next, go to the PC. Well, I'm repeating words a lot, am I not? Now what you're going to need to do is connect it to the PC, select the handheld. It should now identify itself as a CX CAS. and you want to install the CAS 4.4 operating system. So just open up the directory and drag the TCC file to the calculator. So yeah, note that, and pay attention to this, if you don't want the operating system to uninstall itself on boot, once you see that gray screen with the clock, immediately, so once the progress bar on the calculator itself, when booting, once that progress bar disappears, you have to immediately press the reset switch, and then it should boot normally. If you don't do that, then chances are the operating system is going to uninstall itself and you're going to have to install it again. It's not an issue, but, well, it's more time you're losing. So yeah, just pay attention to that and it should go fine. So as you see, the calculator is booting and I am getting my reset ready. So just wait for it to show the gray screen with the clock. There we go. Immediately press the reset switch and just wait for the calculator to finish booting. It shouldn't take too long. Now the calculator will boot and you will have CAS, but the tutorial isn't finished yet. You will need to do one final thing before actually being, well, all happy with your calculator and stuff. So just wait for it to finish booting. It should say CAS at the top, and if it does, you will know that it worked. If it didn't, well, I'm very confused because you just installed the CAS OS. There we go, just plug it into the computer, and for the final step. So for the final step, all you need to do is connect the calculator to your PC and create a directory inside the endless directory called startup. These are the programs that are stored in there will be opened automatically when the system resets or when endless starts, which is done automatically if you have ControlX. So there we go. CAS Patcher, just drag it, it's CAS Patcher 4.4, it's in that folder in the CAS pack, just put it there and go to the calculator and press the reset switch. And that should be it. So that is it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button below, subscribe to my channel for more content on the Gnspire. If you need anything else, just ask me, on the 3DS, on the PlayStation Vita, and make sure to check out the original guide, upvote it if you have a Reddit account, because without that guide, this guide might not have existed. So that is it, guys. See ya!